Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with LikquidCash.
Tips on relationships. Listen, man, there's a lot of people in relationships right now and they going through it. But I want to let y'all know, man, it's a science to maintaining a healthy, long-lasting, loving relationship. It's not just waking up in the morning, seeing somebody you like at a club or at a bar and think y'all just gonna hit it off and everything is gonna be great and y'all gonna live happily ever after for the rest of y'all life. Nah, it don't work like that, man. You gotta plan out your relationship just like you plan out your life, just like you plan out your day. You dig? So I'm gonna try to give y'all some news y'all can use to help y'all on this journey to maintain a long-lasting, healthy relationship. Now, I'm not gonna have the answer for everybody, because everybody's situation is case by case. But I'm just trying to let you know there's a magic and a science that go behind just maintaining somebody in your life. Because you know how it is. You meet somebody you like, everything is going right, and all of a sudden y'all come crashing down and the relationship is over. I hate you, you hate me. You know what I mean? We ready to get a divorce. I want everything. I want the house and the dog. I want it all. And you like, damn. You was loving on me about a month ago. It was all love just a week ago. Come on, man. Now you want to take me to the cleaners? You want everything? You want more than half? You want my blood too? Listen, man, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes in the relationships that we don't know about. We see everybody online looking all lovey-dovey like they, you know what I mean, hit the lotto and everything is going right. But trust me, they all going through the storm behind the scenes. I'm just going to try to give you some game.
What is the secret to keeping a high-value man intrigued?
The secret to keeping a high-value man intrigued is adding value. Simple as that. You fill a void. Anytime you see a void, you find a way to fill that void. It don't have to be financially. It could be emotionally. You can boost his ego. You can make him feel like a man. Because a lot of dudes with money, a lot of them are insecure. They have low self-esteem. You're gonna have to definitely raise his self-esteem, feed his ego. If he eats out all the time, find time to cook for this man. Don't allow him just to spend money out every night just because he has it. The fact that you able to do something like that for him and you show your concerns, it shows appreciation. It shows that you're not there just for the glitz and glamour. You're not there for the lifestyle. And eventually, that'll grow on him and make him feel like you really care. If he's a disorganized person, disorganized in his business and his life, you come in and organize everything. And eventually that'll help him to make more money. That'll help him to be able to think clearer, make better decisions. You gotta be able to just to add value in small, subtle ways. Things that he didn't even think that he needed. And all of a sudden you start doing it and he's like, wow, I didn't even know I needed that. I didn't even know I need somebody in my life that add this to my life. You dig? So that should be your whole concern. That should be your number one mission. Finding a way to come into his life and filling a void. That's how you stay in position. Because even though it may seem like he has everything in the world, like he doesn't need anything, but trust me, it doesn't matter how much money someone has, they're lacking something. They're missing something. And if you look for it, I guarantee you'll find it.
What makes a man choose to stay in a toxic relationship when he has options?
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, LikquidCash. I know y'all enjoying the show, but I had to let y'all know I got a new product on the shelf, and it's called Liquid Gold. Listen, man, if you want to refrain from going bald, get you that Liquid Gold natural hair oil. If you want better edge control, get you that Liquid Gold. If you want to know what I use in my hair every day to keep my hair moisturized and shining, not greasy, moisturized, soft, and shining, get you that Liquid Gold, man. Listen, man, LikquidCash.com. Shop with your boy. Don't block your boy. Support who's supporting you. I'm giving you some jewels you can use. At least you can do is go on the site and get something you like. All right? Cheers. If a man chooses to stay in a toxic relationship and he has options, that means he's toxic himself. And more than likely, he may be the reason on why she's conducting herself in that way. You dig? Energy is never lost. It's just transferred from one person to the next. Because if a man has everything in his life and he don't need that type of energy, but he allows that to be in his life, that means that's what he wants. That's what he's vibrating. That's why he attracted that. You dig? Anytime I meet a woman and she's toxic, I immediately eliminate her out of my life. She don't even get a chance to get to know me. Ain't no way we're gonna be in a relationship. Ain't no way we're gonna get to know each other. The moment I feel your vibration and your energy and it feels like you coming off in a negative way, the relationship is done. That meet and greet that we just had is over. I don't want to get your number. I don't want to exchange Instagram. I don't want to do nothing with you. So if you're a successful man and you got a woman in your life that's toxic and always nagging, always complaining and bringing you that negative energy, lowering your vibration, and you decide to stay with her, that's because you toxic yourself. And that's just what it is.
What behaviors from women are the biggest turnoffs for men?
One of the biggest turnoff for men is a woman that's needy, always nagging, always want to do something when you just want to chill and relax. She always want to talk when you just want to hear silence. The biggest turnoff is a person that don't appreciate your efforts. When you go out your way and you try to make her feel special, take out to dinner, take her on a trip, and she act like she's entitled, like you supposed to do this. After the dinner, she doesn't even say thank you. You got to remind her. She doesn't text you good morning. She doesn't text you good night when she goes to bed. These subtle things, you know, us men, we look at it in a certain way. You dig? Because if we do something and we go out of our way, we want to be appreciated for our efforts. You dig? Any woman that don't have that common sense to know to move in that particular way, it's almost like you was raised by wolves. It's almost like you ain't had a mother or father. They should have taught you manners. The biggest turnoff for me is a woman that just try to marginalize my growth. You dig? She's attracted to me because she see a lion. She see a person that's a go-getter. She see a person that's a leader. But all of a sudden, she's in my life and she want to marginalize me. She don't want me to do the things that I was doing before she came in my life. I might be a person that, you know, go out and like to meet and greet and network with people. Now she want me to be in the house Netflix and chilling. But that ain't who I am. I'm a socialite. I want to move around. I want to meet people, shake hands, meet a friend, connect with people and conduct business and do business on a high level. Because your network is your network, right? And there's certain type of woman who tries to, you know what I mean, keep you in the house and, you know, change your whole schedule. They just want you to be with them morning, noon, or night. You dig? Like I said again, she's attracted to you because she love your persona. She love the fact that you on top of your business. You stand on your business. You handling your business. You on your grind most of the time. But as soon as she get in your life, she wants to hold on to you tight. She don't want to let go. So yeah, the biggest turn off for a man is a woman that comes into his life, feels entitled, don't allow him to grow, don't allow him to spread his wings and fly as high as he can. A woman that's always needy and complaining, that's saying the most but ain't really doing much, you dig?
Do men really care about your past relationships?
Most men really don't give a damn, but me personally, I care about a woman's past relationship, man. I really want to know who you been with before you was with me, you dig? Because I'm judge you based on the last nigga you been fucking with, you dig? If you was fucking with a bums, I know I can't feed you steak and lobster. I'm going to give you crumbs, you know what I mean? Yeah, I might not even rock with you, but I know you been fucking with bums and fleas and niggas who we really, you know what I mean, wasn't on top of their game, you know what I mean? So I also want to know to make sure you ain't been, you know what I mean, rocking with none of the homies. I got to make sure you ain't smashed none of my homeboys, you dig? Yeah, I got to know your whole facts. I got to know what you really all about. I got to see if you got your insurance and your registration right, you dig? I got to make sure you ain't out here just, you know what I mean, moving and grooving any kind of way. So yeah, I want to know your history from the standpoint of knowing who I'm with, you dig? I don't want to just know you on a surface level. I want to know all the things that you've been through throughout your life. And I don't need to know names and I don't need to know every detail about your past relationships, but I just want to make sure that you ain't got 100 bodies in the closet, you dig? I want to make sure that I'm dealing with somebody who respect themselves, you know, enough to move in a certain way, you dig? Because I'm moving in a certain way, so you got to be a reflection of me. I don't want to be with a chick that's a local hoe in the neighborhood. Everybody already smashed, and I'm riding around town with her acting like I got the, you know what I mean, the baddest chick in the game. Nah, I want to know if you really been around. I want to know if niggas in your neighborhood got a story about you. That's just me though. But some guys, they don't care if the head right, you know what I mean, the pussy tight. That's all they give a damn about, and that's cool. But for me, I gotta know a little bit about your past because I'm judged by the company I keep. So I gotta know something, you dig?
How do you approach a woman that you find attractive?
Most men, when they see a woman they find attractive, they thinking sexually. Most women, when they see a man they find attractive, they thinking financially. You dig? The moment he see a woman he likes, he's thinking about, damn, I'm trying to hit that. He's looking at her body, her whole physique. He's looking at the ass, looking at the pretty face, the legs, the thighs, whatever. He's looking at her from a sexual aspect. Women are looking at men from a financial aspect. What does he got on? What car he drives? Do we have on a nice watch? Does he dress nice? She's looking at all of his movements and seeing how he maneuvered throughout the environment. She's trying to see if he's financially stable because that adds to her life in a certain way, you dig? If I got $1, she only got 50 cents. If she fucking with me now, she got $1.50, you dig? So that's how they think when they approaching men. They think from a financial aspect. Men is just one-track minded. They thinking sexual and that's about it. And then it leads to something else if he finds her intriguing enough, you dig? After he gets what he want. And women, they just trying to secure the bag, man. You know what I mean? They want to make sure they ain't sleeping with a bum. But you know, we live in a day and age now where bums are getting by now. You dig? They are definitely getting by. You feel me? They sliding through the cracks and they still getting their, you know what I mean? Getting their little fair share because they know how to fake it now. That's just the era we in. People are faking it to make it. So a lot of dudes is faking it and a lot of women are getting bamboozled. They buying dreams. You dig? 'Cause niggas ain't never stopped selling dreams. They selling it even more because, you know, the moisturize is getting by now. You feel me? The women don't know the difference. Dudes are getting certain cars and they putting certain kits on the cars to make it look like they have an up-to-date car. You dig? And it's a lot of buffoonery going on. You feel me? So for me personally, when I see a woman I like that I find attractive, man, I'm watching her before I even make a move. I'm checking her whole vibe out. I'm checking her whole swag, seeing how she moving in the environment that we're in, whether we're in a club, whether we're in a lounge. I'm really scoping her out before I make a decision to go over and approach her and get a name and number and move forward. You feel me? You got to be strategic when you're approaching a woman. Don't just go up to anybody just because you find them attractive and you thinking sexually, you dig? You got to be thinking in a whole different frequency. You got to be thinking, is this person even worth sharing my time or my essence with? That's what you got to be thinking about. Is they even worth getting some of my energy? It takes a lot of energy to communicate and talk to somebody. And a lot of times when you talk to the person that ain't feeling your feng shui or feeling your vibe or ain't on your same synergy, you're wasting your breath. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your time. And my time is precious. You dig? Yeah, my time is precious, so I ain't got time to waste it with nobody. So yeah, that's just how I feel about that.
How do you deal with a disrespectful woman?
I really don't deal with disrespectful women. If I meet a chick and she's disrespectful, I don't follow through with that situation. Keep it all the way 1,000. If I was in a relationship with a female and I've been dating her for like 2 to 3 years and all of a sudden she got disrespectful, she don't respect my essence or my energy any longer, I keep it moving. I don't even waste my time. You dig? Most of you dudes be staying in situationships longer than y'all need to, you feel me? If a woman don't respect you, the relationship is over. All you doing is killing time. It's inevitable. The relationship is done. Finito, stick a fork in it, you feel me? Me, I keep it moving. The moment you disrespect me, call me out of my name, call me a bitch ass nigga or anything of that nature, you better believe I'm not even thinking about you no more after that. I don't give a damn if we was together for 10 years. I don't care if we have kids together. I don't care if we got a house together. I don't care if we got a business together. I don't give a damn about none of that. You call me out of my name and you disrespect me and say certain things to me, it ain't no coming back from that. You feel me? That's just how I carry it. Most niggas, they might not be built for that. See, I'm not afraid to lose it all and start back over. That's just me. I'm not afraid to go through the mud and thug it out by myself. I'm not afraid to be alone, you dig? I'm not gonna let a woman disrespect me, and just because I'm sexually attracted to her, I'm gonna let her slide. Just because we got a house together, we got kids together, you know what I mean? We might have a business together. I'm just gonna let her slide with disrespect to me. Nah, it's not going down. You gotta stand on your square. You gotta let her know what you stand for as a man from the gate. It don't change change all because we got this and we got that, or we've been together for years. It don't change. I've been this way since you met me. I'm not gonna tolerate bullshit. And I don't advise none of y'all to do the same, you feel me? If you're in a relationship and a woman is disrespecting you and she don't respect you any longer, listen, it's your time to start thinking about an exit strategy. And I'm not saying you gotta leave right now. Nah, you could, plan it all the way out. You feel me? You don't got to leave that moment, but you got to be making decisions that's going to definitely help you to leave that situation smoothly. So the moment a woman does something out of pocket and disrespects me in a way that I feel like, ain't no coming back from that day, I'm gone or I'm planning my great escape. You better believe that. You should be doing the same.
What do you prefer from a woman, love or loyalty?
What do I prefer from a woman? Do I prefer love or loyalty? To be honest with you, I prefer loyalty. You dig? That's what I want. I really don't care too much for love. I grew up with a father. You know what I mean? There was no love in the house. Yeah, we was raised tough. There was no love in the house. So that, I didn't feel like I really needed that growing up. Of course, it would have been nice to have it. But, growing up with a man in the household, man, you dig, you grow up a little bit rough, you dig? So me personally, man, I just want that loyalty, you dig? That love, I can get that on the back end, but I need that loyalty up front. You feel me? That's just how I'm rolling, you know what I mean? Because a person could love you and still cheat on you. A person could quote unquote love you and still steal from you. A person could quote unquote love you and still lie to you. A person could quote unquote love you and take you to the courthouse and hit you with child support, you know what I mean? Now she taking everything but the kitchen sink. A person could say they love you and tomorrow they wake up feeling some type of way and want a divorce and the relationship is over and she wanted all. You dig? I want loyalty, I want honor, I want appreciation. These are the things that I expect from my woman. All that lovey-dovey shit, that's cool. I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's fine. You know what I mean? For the niggas who want that, you know what I mean? I ain't knocking that if that's what you want. But man, I need the woman to respect me and be loyal to me. And that all the other shit, man, like I said again, could come on the back end because I ain't lacking no love. I love myself enough, you dig? And I love me for the both of us. So it's all good if she don't show me that kind of love that most of you dudes be looking for. That's cool, I get it. But me, I ain't really looking for that, man. I'm looking for a woman that's solid, that's gonna be a rider, that's gonna ride with me till the wheels fall off, you dig? And like I said again, that love will come eventually on the back end because I'm gonna treat her so right. She gonna have no excuse not to love me. I'm gonna get that on the back end. But up front, I need that loyalty up front. I need mine.
What does a successful relationship require most?
All successful relationship requires communication. There's no way around it. You got to be transparent. You got to be able to talk about things when you don't feel like it, even when you're upset. You should not let 24 hours go by without resolving your differences. You should always be able to talk to that person and express yourself wholeheartedly without feeling like you're being judged or without feeling like, the man is going to attack you or you feeling like, some type of way. You should always be able to communicate and have a positive dialogue, even when y'all upset with each other, you dig? It should never get to the point where, it's disrespectful to the point where y'all can't talk, you know what I mean? And that's very difficult because a lot of people, are stressed and they going through a lot of things in their daily life. So, you get a lot of back and forth, but you got to find a way to deal with your anger issues. You got to find a way to figure out what's making you act this way, what's triggering you, and you got to resolve that, you dig? And don't let that spill over into your relationship. But communication is very important in any relationship. You cannot have a successful relationship if you don't know how to communicate with each other. Like I said again, if you're in a relationship and your woman don't know how to talk to you or your man don't know how to talk to you, all y'all doing is killing time. Y'all are trying to dodge the inevitable. The relationship is over. You just don't know it yet, you dig? You got to be able to come together and have an understanding with each other. And communication help you build that understanding.
What is the one advantage women have over men?
The one advantage women have over men is they have a choice. They have a choice either to go to work, get a job, and provide for themselves, or they could decide to say, you know what? I'm gonna get a sugar daddy or get a man that's successful and have him take care of me and I don't have to work for the rest of my life. And I'm gonna live my life in this way. And I'm just gonna be in my soft girl era, and I'm gonna be in cruise control. It's gonna be all gravy, you dig? And there's a man out there that would actually do everything and anything for a woman and give her all that she desires, and she don't have to do nothing but show up, because a sucker is born every day, you dig? So she'll be able to find him. And that's the difference between a man and a woman. A man don't got a choice. Ain't no woman taking him in and taking care of him and providing for him and making sure that he has all that he needs. If you a bum ass nigga, ain't no woman looking to take care of you, man. That ain't happening. You don't have a choice but to be successful. You don't have a choice but to get a job. You don't have a choice but to be a go-getter. You don't have a choice but to be a leader. You don't have a choice, because if you don't, society's gonna eat you alive, or you're gonna be out here walking the streets like a bum and nobody's gonna give two motherfucking cents, you dig? So that's the difference between a man and a woman. A woman have a choice, men don't. They gotta strive to survive. They gotta strive to thrive. They gotta be out here putting their best foot forward. They gotta be out here on their grind. No days off, 24/7. It never stop. A woman can kick her feet up and just relax, find a man that's a sucker that's gonna take care of them, or find a man that just like taking care of women. There's some niggas like that who ain't a sucker, but that's what he like to do. He wanna provide, he wanna take care. She don't even gotta think. He's gonna get a maid so she don't gotta clean. He's gonna get somebody that's gonna cook so she don't gotta do no cooking. He's gonna provide everything she need to have a soft life. And that's the difference between man and woman, like I said. Women got a choice, men really don't. You gotta get up and go get it, because ain't no woman taking care of you if you ain't a hustler or go-getter or a grinder. Now, you got some dudes that sliding through the cracks, got a woman doing any and everything for them, but that don't happen to the regular average Joe, you feel me? He gotta go out here and get that dough. Listen, check out my new book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie, out right now on LikquidCash.com or Create a Steady Hustle. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Love lied to you, but I'm gonna tell you the real deal, you dig? Cheers. Most of the time when somebody's reading a book and they get to a word they're not familiar with, they usually skim past that word and continue reading on. I ain't even gonna front, I used to do the same thing. But see, when you end up doing that, you usually miss the essence of what the author is trying to convey. So I don't do that anymore. What I do is I Google a word, I write it down, and I memorize it, and I add it to my vocabulary. And that one simple task, separate the winners from the losers. Anytime you try to cut corners and cheat the grind, you end up cheating yourself. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. Check out my new book, Tips on Relationships, The Naked Truth About a Beautiful Lie. Cheers.